Raw material is treated, cut, and brought in from an outside source, which receives orders from particular shapes and sizes. Seen before, the raw extruded material comes in rectangular blocks and also cylindrical bars. All CNC machines have a tool turret that hold a certain number of tools waiting to be called upon. The more advanced machines have more tools in order to accommodate the number of jobs and features possible within its limitations. Here, the biggest machine at Microview, the Toyota, runs 23 hours a day and mills approximately 20 different parts in a day. The tool changer has to be large enough to hold the various tools needed for each job. This holding unit holds up to 200 different bits and cutters. Here we see the Toyota's clamping setup. Multiple vices are secured to what is called a tombstone, which has 4 sides to allow for a maximum number of parts to be run simultaneously. There is also a holding chamber for the tombstones, allowing them to be emptied and reloaded with new material during working hours and left to run overnight. After machining, the parts are cleaned and dried as necessary in order to be sent out to be painted, powder coated, or in this case anodized. Here are a few before and after images to depict the almost mirror-like finish that is achieved through machining. Another approach to smaller round parts is CNC lathes, which work in the same way as a normal lathe but obviously computer controlled, which allows for more parts and higher repeatability for turned pieces. Some other forms of manufacturing that could have been used opposed to CNC machining is casting. There are various forms of casting, but some common forms include sand casting, plaster mold casting, ceramic mold casting, and die casting. While sand casting allows for any metal to be used with no limit to part size, shape, or weight, it requires some finishing afterwards and requires wide tolerances. Plaster mold casting can do intricate part shapes with good dimensional accuracy and surface finish. The metal is limited to non-ferrous metals and has limitations on part size and volume of production. Ceramic mold casting can do intricate part shapes as well as close tolerance parts with a good surface finish. However, the main drawback is limited part size. Die casting has excellent dimensional accuracy and surface finish and high production rate. However, dies are costly and limit part size and generally limit to non-ferrous metals. The final product is then checked by quality measuring machines that can measure down to tenths of a micron. In this case, the parts being made are being checked by the very machines they will eventually be put together to make.